morning everyone, this is Claire Griffin from Pilates Physio Cork. Just wanted to put together a video of a few exercises that you can do as part of the small group strength and conditioning classes. So it's really important to bear in mind that we need to exercise and need to move as much as possible now that most of us are stuck at home. In fact, all of us should be stuck at home at this stage. So just bearing in mind that if you're sitting down for a while, just make sure you're getting up regular and often to try and do, move around, even try and do some exercises. You don't have to do them all together. You can do bits right throughout the day and intersperse them into your day, okay? So a lot of these exercises you're probably familiar with from my classes anyway. The main rules, as usual, are watch the breathing, make sure that you're not breath holding. You're trying to get the breath as much as you can right down into the tummy and get the diaphragm working, and just make sure that you're symptom free. So those symptoms may be pain, pins and needles, numbness, leaking, anything. You just want to try and avoid those symptoms. Alright, so I'm just going to go through just a few exercises. You might have seen some of my previous videos, my silent videos, so I decided to chat to you today. So I'm going to go through a few exercises. What I would recommend as per the class is that you do about 2 or 3 sets of 8 repetitions of each exercise. So I'm going to start off with some donkey kicks, and I have my mat here. If you don't have a mat at home, probably best to do it on carpet, or even if you want to do it onto the hard floor, you can pop some pillows or cushions under the knees and hands if you need to. Alright, so let's start off with doing our donkey kicks. So we're going to go into our 4-point kneeling position. So we're going to be nice and loose, relaxed, make sure that you're breathing. You want to get into roughly your pelvic neutral position here. Just make sure your shoulders are not up around your ears. You want those nice and relaxed. You don't have to lock out the elbows, just keep them soft as well. What we're looking for here is that you're not rotating around the pelvic area. So you're trying to imagine that you've got a football or a tennis ball or some sort of ball on your lower back, and you're trying to keep that balance and not let it fall off. Alright, so we're going to start off. I'm going to do 8 reps on the left, 8 reps on the right, and as I said, you can do 2 or 3 sets of 8 reps or 10 reps depending on how much exercise you've been doing between here and when we spoke last. Okay, so I'm just going to start off. We're going to start on the left. Okay, so nice and soft and relaxed. Watch that the shoulder blades are as much as you can down into your back pockets. Okay, watch the breathing, and here we go. So we're going to do 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so normally we take a short break and do 2 or 3 sets on that side. So you can do that, but for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to work into the right sides this time. So same again on the other side. So again, we're relaxing the shoulders, make sure they're not up around the ears, relaxing those, and off we go. So 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so those are our donkey kicks. So where's my list? Okay, so next we're going to move on to our Romanian Dead Lift. Okay, so normally in the clinic we would have lovely wooden sticks with ferrules or the rubber bits at the end. Unfortunately I don't have access to those, but what I have found are 2 sticks that we use to open and close our Velux windows here, hence the hooks at the end. So I'm going to use those. They don't have ferrules at the end, but you just got to use what you have at home. You could just use a broomstick, whatever, and just take off the brush part of it. So we're going to do some Romanian deadlifts here. Okay, so I'm just going to use the one actually. Wait for a sec. Okay, so I'm going to start by balancing onto the left leg. Okay, slight bend on that left knee. So slight bend on the left knee. What you're going to do is you're going to pop the stick onto that right foot. Okay, so you're relaxing everything, making sure you're breathing, and we're going to balance onto that left side. Slight bend, as I said. You're trying to bring the legs parallel. Keep your balance, watch the breathing. Lift that right leg up as high as you can. Okay, maintain your balance. watch the breathing, and back up again. Really nice for the glutes on that left side, lovely for the hamstrings, so this would be great for hamstrings rehab as well. Okay, so again you're going to do your 8 reps on that side. What that looks like from the front is balancing on that left leg, bringing that right leg back, trying to maintain the balance on that left leg, lift that right leg back as much as you can, keep them parallel, and then back up again. Okay, same on that other side. Balancing over onto that right leg this time, slight bend on that right knee, and off we go. Maintain the balance, relax down the shoulders as much as you can, lift that left leg, and back up again. And then from the side, slight bend on the right knee, keep everything loose and relaxed, and off we go. And lift that left leg up, keep it parallel, and back down. Such a gorgeous morning. I hope it will inspire you to do a bit of more exercise today. Okay, so that's a Romanian deadlift. So normally what I would get you to do in the class is roughly 8 reps on that left side, 8 reps on the right side, a little bit of a break, and then 2 or 3 sets of that. Okay, slight variation of that. What you can do with your stick is you can introduce a little bit of a rotation. Okay, so you can rotate off to your left side, lift up that right leg, pop the stick down, and then I'm going to run out of space here, so we'll start that again. Rotate left, a little bit of rotation, right knee up, drop the stick down, and leg. And what you can do is start pulsing on that left side. Okay, so just make sure you're not dropping down, you're not lifting up. Okay, so you're trying to maintain the pelvis as steady as possible. So again, just going to do a rotation, knee to chest, pop the stick down, bring that right leg back, and pulse on that left side. Really nice for hamstrings, really nice for glutes on that left side. Okay, and back up again, and then same on the right. Rotate around, knee to chest, pop the stick down, bring that left leg back, and pulse on that right side. And back down. So you could do 8 reps again of the pulsing on that right side, 8 on the left, and 2 or 3 sets. Okay. Going to continue on with the sticks. This time we're going to do some hip rotations. So we might have I think you will have done some of these, or some of you will have done these already in my class. 2 sticks, going to do some rotations. So the closer the sticks are, the smaller the range of motion. Okay, so you're trying to bring the knee up. Okay, so you've got your knee bent, your hip bent, so you're in knee and hip flexion here. And you're trying to keep that knee in the same position, and you're rotating around. Okay, so 8 reps here. Okay, I'm not going to do 8 reps, but roughly. Okay, then you're bringing the knee up a little bit higher, doing your 8 reps again, and then knee as high as you can get it, and another 8 reps. Okay, and then same on that other side. Knee flexion, hip flexion, hip rotation. Try to keep the knee in the same position, so try not to let it drift right and left. Okay, that knee slightly higher. A little bit of a wind there this morning, it's lovely. And knee right up into flexion. And your hip into flexion, I should also say. Okay, so again, 8 repetitions on the right, 8 on the left, 2 or 3 sets of that. Okay, so pop these down. Come do Glutes Bridge next. Okay, go back onto our mat. Hopping down here. Oh, the sun is lovely. Relax down the shoulders. Imagine your shoulders are morphing down into the floor. Keep everything nice and relaxed. Make sure you're breathing right down into the tummy. Feel the tummy rising and falling. So you're going to bring the knees up into the chest. Okay, we're going to watch the breathing, relaxing the shoulders, hands down by the sides. We're going to lift right up, okay, so that your hips are higher than your ribs. Holding, you'll feel it in the glutes here, you'll feel it in the tummy muscles. Hold for a breath in and out, and back down, okay. And again, we're doing our 8 reps. We want to control the steadiness, that we're not wobbling around. Okay, we're doing 8 repetitions. And again, 2 or 3 sets. Okay, so that's our glutes bridge. We are going to move on to squat jumps next. Okay, so squat jumps basically are squats and jumps together. Okay, so you're going to go into your squat position. You can pop your hands here if you want. You can have them on your sides if you want to. So I'm going to go into your squat position and then you're going to jump up. Okay, so it's usually easier to push your hands down to try and push you up as high as you can into a jump position. I'm going to do 360 clockwise and anti-clockwise. Okay, so we're going to do 8 reps. So 360 in both directions is 8 reps. Okay, so 8 reps and again 2 or 3 sets. And if you're used to doing the squat jumps and stuff like this, again you can do your 10 reps, 2 or 3 sets. Okay, so we're going to start by going into our squat position. Okay, so squat and then jump, squat, jump, squat, jump. That's our 4. Opposite direction. Jump, squat, jump, squat, jump, squat, jump. Okay, so that's our 8 reps. And again, 2 or 3 sets. Okay, I'm going to do mountain climbers next. So I'm going to start by working on the chair. Okay, so you can do this outside if the weather permits, or inside in the living room. Okay, pop the hands down into the chair. You're trying to go into your plank position here. And what you want to do is bring knees to chest. Okay, so make sure we're safe. Okay, so roughly 30 seconds, maybe a minute break, and then another 30 seconds. Okay, so I'm just going to demonstrate. I'm not going to go to your 30 seconds because I don't have a stopwatch. So, ready? Here we go. Knees to chest. High as you can. Okay, and then you can progress that to doing it on the floor. So I'm going to move the chair back. Okay, so we're going into this position here, up into our plank position, and then the same again. So same rules apply here when you're in 4-point kneeling. Just make sure your shoulders aren't up around your ears. You're relaxing the shoulders down. Shoulder blades are roughly down into your back pockets, and watch the breathing. Okay, and off we go. Okay, so that's our mountain climbers. You will feel with the mountain climbers, as I am, obviously, your heart rate will increase. You'll start to feel like you're out of breath a little bit. That is normal. That's a good sign. Okay, it means you're working hard. Okay, so just give yourself a little bit of a break. Don't forget to have your water. Take regular sips. Keep yourself ticking over. Okay. So I'm going to progress on to our 1 arm row. So luckily we have these in our gym at home, so popping the knee onto our chair. Again, this can be done in your living room. If you don't have dumbbells, just use whatever you have at home. You know, it could be a bag of sugar, bags of sugar, big bottle of water, whatever. Okay, so you're going to hang on to the edge of the chair with your wrist. If the wrists are not great, or if they're feeling a little bit so what you can do is just roll forward so that you're not in as much extension in the wrist. Resting that left knee up there, relaxing down the shoulders. You just want to move the arm here. Okay, so you're bringing that elbow right up towards the ceiling or the sky if you're outside. Okay, and you go for your 8 reps. What you can do is a variation of this exercise. You can work your protractors and retractors of the shoulder, so you can drop down and then rotate all the way up, drop it down, rotate all the way up. Okay, so what you're not doing here is you're not rotating your spine. You're actually just letting the shoulder fall into protraction, and then you're lifting all the way up into retraction, protraction, retraction. Okay, so this is a really nice one for shoulder rehab, for rotator cuff. Okay, and again you're doing your 8 to 10 reps, 2 or 3 sets. So I'm going to finish off by doing some single leg jumps. floor is I have a cross made out here on the floor. I use some chalk, okay. You know, you can use tape or whatever you have at home inside. If you're lucky enough to have a day like today, please do work outside. It's absolutely gorgeous, so make the most of the weather, okay. But remember, social distancing, keep yourself as isolated as you can, okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do single leg jumps in lots of different combinations and permutations. So I'm going to go forward, lateral, right and left, go into diagonal. And again, what we're looking to do is roughly about 8 reps, or 8 to 10 reps, 2 or 3 sets, okay? So this is going to be our final exercise for today. So here we go. Okay, forwards, backwards, right, left, forwards, backwards, right, left, diagonal. Okay, same on the other side. Onto the left leg, watch the breathing, right, left. Really good for ankle rehab, quads, glutes, and diagonal. Okay, so again, you can either time yourself, do roughly 30 seconds, a minute recovery and then another 30 seconds, or you can do 8 reps to 10 reps on the left and then the right, and 2 to 3 sets. So that's about it, guys. Hopefully I'll see you soon. Please stay safe, please stay healthy, and take care. Bye.